How important do you think it is for people to believe in themselves?
I think it's probably the single most important thing, but I think that I think that like allowing yourself to have that self-belief without letting the people you love taint that.
Whew.
You feel me?
Yeah, no, I feel you.
like I think that's
the balance. That's the balance, because you love the person, right? You love the people, but you also have to appreciate yourself. And I asked you all this.
Self-love for sure.
You have to have self-love. But I asked you all this because I love your song Nobody, and I saw you performing at ACL, and the crowd was like nobody. Yeah. And I was one of the people doing that.
Real one.
I was in the back,
Real one.
But that song is all about being confident, speaking your life into existence, and being focused on your goals. And I don't really think people understand the gravity of their words.
Yeah, 100%.
You have to be super intentional about what you say, and you're an artist, so like when you're doing your songs, I'm sure you're thinking like, okay, this is gonna be out there.
Yeah,
I need to be intentional, and you are intentional in your music, I feel like. So what's your thoughts on just really paying attention to the things that you say and watching your words and speaking from a place of abundance rather than scarcity, like you talked about a little earlier?
Yeah. It's very important. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like everything that I've ever achieved in my career stemmed from me saying that I'm gonna do it. I feel like Mike can attest that I told him the year that we did ACL, I told him at the top of the year that, hey, I'm gonna perform at ACL this year. I didn't know how the fuck I was gonna do it.
Wow, speaking it up.
I told him, I told the entire team, I told DJ Napalm, I told everybody, hey, I'm doing ACL this year. It's gonna happen. I didn't know how it was gonna happen, but we are gonna make it happen. And I think anything that I've, even just to what I write, like that's even more important. Like, it's just I think people gravitate to authenticity.
Absolutely.
Speaking from an honest place, and being who you are, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's just important to always just, put out the truest version of who you are, you know what I'm saying? And if you're gonna speak, if you're gonna speak, I say a lot of bullshit. I'm gonna keep it real. Me and Napalm be at the crib saying some bullshit. But when it comes to time where you're putting your music on wax and putting it out into the ethos, it's no longer, I always say, like, the moment that you put a song out, it's no longer art anymore, it's product. You know what I mean? Yeah. And
it switches forms.
It's different now I have a chance to have a perspective on not only this but you know what I mean? So right. It's like, okay, if that's the case, now how do I want my market to receive this product? And that's all in branding. It's all in a lot of that type of stuff, and it's all in how you walk in life too. You know what I mean? Like what you saying to yourself. You know what I mean? How you feeling about yourself. That matters. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah. Thinking about like authenticity and what you're saying to yourself, and I call it like your internal dialogue, right? Mm-hmm. Like your everyday dialogue. How important? Well, I guess what's your thoughts on ego, and do you think that ego gets people caught up in tight situations, like being in their ego?
Yeah, 100%. I think ego keeps you from learning. I think ego keeps you from a lot of things, but ego is so important.
I was gonna say, is it important to a certain degree?
Ego is so important.
Yeah.
Because ego is a tool, in my opinion. It's an emotional tool, because in certain spaces you wanna, especially like when you're trying to overcome something, in my opinion, you damn near need ego
to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you need like this belief in yourself that's kind of like, yo, I'm gonna walk along this edge, you know,
like a Super Saiyan,
yeah, exactly.
almost, like
like you need that, you know. I think it's important, you know, but I think it keeps you, you know, sometimes when people don't know how to cut it on and off, and people just have it as an ultimate asset to their character, you know, it's kind of like, you know, it's like, damn, chill you
out
know
a
what I'm
little
saying?
bit. Can you
like,
sit down a little
like
bit?
chill,
Yeah.
you know. I think people sometimes get ego confused with confidence. I think
absolutely.
I think that I've been somebody that people feel like I have an ego.
Nah.
But I feel like people who have a issue with who they are sometimes can take you the wrong way too.
That's a them problem.
That way.
A lot of times when people have things to say, what I've noticed in life, when they have things to say, or when, you know, you're bothering them in some way, it's like, okay, so you might want to check your internal dialogue and see what you're lacking, because what I'm doing might be something that you feel like you're lacking, and that's where this conflict is coming from. It's not me, it's actually you.
Facts. And you know, sometimes it go like that, you know.
It be like that, yeah.
But I think that the ego is definitely you know, some of our greatest creators are you know, they came in off of their ego. Cause
heavy.
Think about
Kanye.
how much ego it takes for you to do something new.
Yeah.
And put it out and say that I'm standing on this. I'm standing on this, that this is the way. You know, that takes that takes ego, you know. So I feel like it's a great emotional tool to have in the right times.
Yeah.
Oh, what a feeling. It's more to a story when you count up who you dealing with. Losing's not an option, a subject or a predicate. They say the sky's the limit. Yes, I'm busting through the ceiling. Miles